tend to try and work out a way of being able to see the tube. All these together is called the tube nest. So you tend to try and pull one out to give you a good view at lots of tubes. So the one you pull out is scrap because you have to cut it to get it out. But when you get it out, you can do observations and you can sort of say, well, we know that these are all the same age. So like this is an old tube. You can see we've cut it to pull it through, to pull it out of there. And beside it, that's all new tubes there. So the boiler inspector can have a look, and as you can see, there's sort of scale on the outside. He can do like a thickness test to see how much wastage there is of the metal.
Did you say you have to look at that 10 times a year?
Every 10 years.
Oh, sorry.
So every year there is what you call a dry test. So we have to take all the water out of it. So that would be inside an engine. So inside the locomotive, we would drain the water, and then they can do a dry inspection, and then we fill it back up with water, and you do a steam inspection to set fire to it, and that gets assessed for that year. And then every 10 years, the boiler has to come out of the locomotive, so it all gets taken apart, pull the boiler out, and usually at that point we will do what they call a heavy overhaul. So you do big lumps of metal, replace and repair, and fix as you need to. But this one, we did it half and half. So we split the overhaul away from the boiler. So this should just be some boiler repairs, hopefully very limited repairs, and then back in the locomotive and it back out again. We'll do a couple of little bits and pieces while it's here, but nothing major. But quite often when we do this, it's what they call a 10-yearly overhaul, and the locomotive will be out of traffic for up to 3 years, which we can't afford to have it out for that long.
That's a long time.
It's a very long time. It just takes such a long time. There's very few. There's only me and the chief engineer in engineering. There's two of us, and altogether, paid staff, I think there's 8 or 9 of us, and then we've got some volunteers. But everything's done just off the back of us, so it's a lot of work. And yeah, best will in the world, 2 years is the shortest time we've ever managed to do an engine overhaul, because we've got all the rest of it. You know, there's so much stuff to look after, and steam engines particularly, there. Once you start taking them apart, doesn't take long. It takes a couple of days to pull them apart like that, but to put them back together again and replace and repairing things as you go can take months. And obviously, if you start throwing in major repairs and paintwork as well, years. So,
can you machine everything you need to in here?
Mostly, yeah. The chief engineer and one of our volunteers, Keith, who was he was a tool maker first, and then he ended up with his own company, making very odd bits and pieces for very rare classic cars, like the sort of very earliest of cars. He was making new parts for them. So he's very talented, and he comes here once or twice a week. But I mean, he's not an old man, but he's 77, so he's not going to probably want to come and do that for too much longer. And then, like I said, the chief engineer. But yeah, we can make most things we need to in-house, and the few things that we can't, we will get other firms to make. One of the biggest problems these days is trying to get hold of fittings, like brass fittings, components that I can show you the sort of thing. Like sort of valves, for instance.
Oh yeah.
They used to be really common back when everything was steam. Now almost impossible to get. You'll be able to find odd things from odd companies, but maybe not suitable for steam, only for water. It's different sort of regulations.
Yes, of course it will be different.
Yeah.
Because I've seen things like that on boilers before.
Yeah. So yeah, your central heating system in your house is one thing, but putting it on here is something else.
Of course. No.
But yeah, so this is our workshop.
So did you say this boiler was part of which locomotive?
It came out of this one.
Oh, this one.
So
Yes.
its tanks are on the floor there.
Oh,
you
yes.
can see. That boiler sits down in here. This area here is where the firebox is, which is the back part of the boiler.
Yeah.
And then there's all the cab bits back there.
How exciting.
So yeah, it's quite exciting. And we've got our fabrication shop. And my job, I basically look after the carriages and the wagons, as well as fitting out for diesel and steam, but my main thing is this. So I restore the coaches. That takes a lot of work as well. Typically they're 3 to 6 months, depending on how bad they've got. But I took over this job about 7 years ago, and a lot of it was falling apart then, you know, so trying to catch up is a never-ending game, but that's what we do. As you can see, we can weld, we can cut metal, we can fold it, we can drill it, we can turn it, we can machine it, we can do most things we need to, which is good. But it's all a bit chaotic because there's a lot of us trying to do a lot of things at the same time at the moment, which is always the way. And then
There's a feeling of
this
that.
final part here is what we call the running shed. And this is where all the locomotives live.
Yes.
So, as you feel free to have a look around. Be careful because the floor might be oily in places because they do like to drop oil around the place.
Yeah, thanks.
And this is the driver and the training firemen today. So Eddie and Connor.
Beautiful.
So they were out with the number 9, obviously.
Yeah,
So
I
you
was
can wander
admiring
through
it.
there. Just mind your skirt going past those ball hitches because they're all greasy. Obviously, be careful not to trip over.
Yes. It will be my own fault if I do. It's beautiful how it works.
The one that's in the shed, that was
Yeah, we just clean it. Oh, that's it, I think now. I think it's the last of the season now.
Much cleaning to do after you've taken it out?
Sorry?
You've got much cleaning to do after taking it out, or
We've
just generally?
finished now, so it normally takes, if there's one of us, it perhaps takes 3/4 of an hour to clean, but with 2 of us, we can do it fairly. Then it's
course.
clean in the morning then when you come in.
Because what do you have to clean? The
Everything, it gets covered in ash and dust and oil, and so it's quite nice and shiny now.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And it was partly that. You never got to finish the steam engine. All the bottom was ready to be a steam engine, but it had no boiler. And they put a petrol hydraulic motor out of a scout car, a second-model scout car in it, and it drove around for 30 odd years like that. And then when steam engines were needed for here, this one and another one similar to it were brought along, and a boiler was made, and it actually worked straight away. The wheels turned, the cylinders were all good. They hadn't suffered in all that time, even though it hadn't been a steam engine. So obviously 9 was built, like I said, for a man named Alan Richardson. It's named after his dead son, who died in a boating accident, which was tragic. But it's now his daughter that owns it, because obviously he's passed away. And she comes and looks at it occasionally. I don't think she's overly bothered about driving it very much. She does, I think her dad had a lot of model steam engines, like ones you can sit on, small ones, but so I think she probably has had enough of them over the years, really. I think she prefers Land Rovers, in all honesty.
So when you say it's too tall, like this one would be too tall as well then, does it? The blue one.
So number 1 can go to most railways, which is this one here. Yeah, it's not too wide and it's not too tall. That one's biggest problem is its width. It's very, very wide. Its overhangs are huge. And the same with this one. This one and this one, they are pretty much the same, but the cylinders on this one stick out too far. So this can't go past a lot of platforms because it's got bigger cylinders. Which is the same as with number 9, it's got very big cylinders as well. Those two, this one and that one, are the most powerful 15-inch gauge engines in the world.
Really?
There is nothing like them. They're quite astonishing.
Do you mean as powerful as in the speed or what they can carry in weight?
As in actual power. So horsepower, if you want to look at it that way. So steam engines, horsepower is a coefficient of speed. So at 0 miles an hour, they don't have any power. And as you open it and steam goes through and they start speeding up, they get more and more power until a certain point, and then they start falling off the curve again. So the faster steam engines go, the more powerful they become. Whereas a diesel engine or an electric motor, it has all its power all the time. So right at the start, it's as powerful as it is when it's doing 0 miles an hour or just 1 mile an hour as it is at 30 and 100.
Yeah, I understand that.
The steam engine gets more powerful up to a certain point. So if that, I think it was estimated that could do about 40 miles an hour.
Oh, that much?
Yeah, which would be scary. I don't think no one would ever take it that fast. But here you can do 20, obviously. I believe they've been up to 25, but they could go faster. But certainly at 20 to 25 miles an hour, you're probably at 3/4 of the possible power it could develop. The fact if you could go a bit faster still, if you could take it to 30 or 40, it would be more powerful still. So, but it's just this bizarre thing with steam engines that their measurement of power is different than an internal combustion engine or an electric motor.
That's
That's us.
amazing. What is that orange one at the front?
So that's a little shunting engine.
Oh.
And it has a Peugeot 205 car engine inside
That's
it.
it?
Yeah. So,
I remember those.
Yeah, there used to be a lot of those around. Well, one of those engines is now in here.
Yeah.
And that's running into a hydraulic gearbox. So it's diesel hydraulic. So you have a diesel engine, and instead of going to a gearbox, you've got a hydraulic pump, and that drives hydraulic motors on the wheels, which is sort of, it's better because it gives you infinite forwards and backwards gears, if you like. Whereas if you had a car gearbox, you'd have 5 forward gears and only 1 reverse gear. With a hydraulic control, all you need is that lever there, and that goes forwards or backwards.
Oh, right.
Like that, yeah. And then that one is your revs on your engine. And so because it's hydraulic, you can do that. If you had it as a normal car gearbox and car engine, you wouldn't be able to do that. So, but a car engine into a hydraulic gearbox, you can do that.
Great.
Which is quite good.
Oh, very nice.
Did you have a good final trip?
Yeah, last trip of the
Final trip of the season? Yeah.
It's not out tomorrow, is it?
No, it's out on Tuesday for that charter.
Because we haven't killed the cold ones. So,
Don't worry about it. I'll have some.
It's beautiful.
yeah.
Yeah, don't worry about
We
it.
have imagine
Sure you had enough fun today? Yeah.
It's not been, it's been cold. It's burned
It's
a lot
nice.
cold.
It's exciting.
We reckon 12 buckets on that first trip.
The second trip is really basic.
Okay. Interesting, isn't it? I suppose that might be.
Is that a diesel? You think that green one? Oh.
Diesel electric, presumably.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,